Hi, Alan Holt here, and I'm seeing some signs in tonight's data for next Tuesday, 5 days from now, for the possibility of a little bit of snow in the coastal bend. Keep in mind, 5 days out, that's a long time in the forecast world, but the trends that we're seeing tonight look a little more promising, again, maybe for some snow. The answers will reside looking up into the atmosphere. So what we're gonna do is, this is what the atmosphere in the coastal bend may look like on Monday afternoon. This is MLK Monday. And at this point, I think we're talking a cold rain in the coastal bend. There's gonna be a big melting layer above freezing up to 10,000 feet. The snow growth region at this point, it's gonna be too dry to produce snow. So cold rain Monday afternoon. Into Monday overnight, early Tuesday morning, that's when we're gonna start to see a transition possibly to freezing rain. So rain to freezing rain. The way that'll happen is the snow growth region way up 16 to 19,000 feet. That still looks dry, and the atmosphere doesn't become saturated until between 5 and 10,000 feet. That's where we'll see a melting layer. There's gonna be rain up there, but then close to the surface, up to about 5,000 feet, the atmosphere gets below freezing, and it'll be close to freezing at the surface heading into early Tuesday morning. That's when we might have that rain transitioning to freezing rain. Now for the new stuff. This is the little change that I'm seeing in tonight's data. It has to do with how long the precip chances hang around on Tuesday. So if it's to the point where we're talking about precip through late Tuesday morning, early afternoon, this would give the atmosphere enough time to do two things. One is below freezing throughout most of the atmosphere. The surface may be a little bit above freezing Tuesday afternoon, but that wouldn't matter because the snow growth region, this finally becomes saturated late morning on Tuesday, early afternoon, which would mean snow would be getting produced up there. It would fall through the atmosphere, which would be below freezing. And again, even if the surface temps are in the mid 30s, at that point, we could still get snow out of that. So that's the change that I'm seeing in tonight's data. This is how the modeling handles it. We'll pick it up. This is noon on Monday. A coastal low will be developing. This is how we're gonna get the rain here. It'll start to give us some lift. Air temperatures not cold enough to get anything but cold rain. This is into Monday night. Overnight, that transition to freezing rain starts to move into the coastal bend. And again, if we can hang on to the precip chances through about noontime on Tuesday, that's when the snow possibility would start to move in. It's not a slam dunk, it's not a guarantee, but there is that little window of the possibility at this point to catch some snow into Tuesday around midday. This is how I see it in terms of just, the times and the precip type. For Corpus Christi, that cold rain, Monday afternoon, freezing rain transition overnight into Tuesday morning, and then around noontime, if the rain precip chances, if that lingers long enough, it's that midday time frame that we could see a chance for some snow in the coastal bend. Again, 5 days out, we're not yet into the high resolution data, but a promising trend if you're looking for snow next week in the coastal bend showing up in tonight's data. Stay tuned.